A new voice spoke through the Guardian interface. It was very alien. It said, "This is Battle Command. Welcome Empress Mickey Anton. I have awaited your Master Administrator code for 10,000 years. Interfacing with Master Guardian Control. Total Master Administrative access granted. Battle Command activated and fully online." I was furiously angry with the Thronoxians. I thought I knew what to do. I didn't fully understand what I was about to do, nor what the true implications of what the vague feelings in my heart were to manifest. I held out my hand. Like magic, a star map appeared in the air above. A murmur of awe filled the chamber. It showed the Thronoxian home world system in red, all the 25 fallen systems in purple red, and the 16 systems currently being attacked flashed in an urgent orange. A strong murmur filled the chamber. I heard voices filled with fear and major awe at what this little girl was doing before them. None had ever seen this sort of thing before. This was the stuff of all their children's fairy tales. I said again in a booming little girl's voice, "Rise, dog, and call your planet of whores. I want you in contact with them now," and I slammed the staff to the floor again. A tremendous explosion sound and blue fire filled the chamber. Even David fell on his face in fear then. All the multitudes were on their face on the floor in their tears. I said, "None need fear me except this dog and his planet of whores." David slowly stood. Others slowly followed suit and sat deathly silent in their seats, mesmerized in mortal fear. The man in the hood stood, trembling noticeably. A guard came to him and handed him a device. The man in the hood took the device and began contacting his home world. When the link was established, I said in a booming little girl's voice, "Know you not the penalty on a galactic scale for premeditated murder, O planet of whores?" The voice on the other end of the comlink sounded very insulted and became very rude as he called me a prostitute to the Emperor. He threatened the Imperial House with total obliteration because of my gross insults. The murmur of fear again in the chamber. I shouted in fury, my little girl's voice was so loud it shook the chamber, "Behold my imperial power, O planet of whores whose mothers sleep with dogs. My judgment for you is death for the premeditated murder of billions." I raised my hand in soul-felt anger and clenched it into a strong fist. There was a huge crack of thunder as the weapon system activated. In the star map above us, the representation of the sun of the home world to the Thronoxians suddenly flared extremely bright, then went suddenly dark. Nothing was left but a rapidly expanding ball of brightness. The communicator in the hooded ambassador's hand suddenly filled with static as the comm channel broke. He was unable to raise them again. The look of a trapped animal was in his eyes when he looked back at me. A man suddenly appeared in the huge door to the chamber and requested immediate audience with the Empress. He was almost hysterical. He was escorted to the dais. He bowed formally and said in a shaking voice, "My lady. A most horrible disaster ever seen has happened." The ambassador turned and looked fearfully at the man. He whispered very quietly, "Ray, what's happened?" Ray was visibly crying and said to all, "The Thronoxian home system sun has just exploded and totally destroyed the entire system. None survived and all is dust now." The roar that burst from the multitudes in council was horrendous. All feared me at this point. I had some kind of power never before witnessed by anyone in the known universe. A feeling of dread started to grow in me as I started to calm down from my rage. I didn't yet quite understand what the man was actually telling me I had done.